Portuguese word for compare is comparar. Keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Mills and I'm back with another video. So if this is your first time for stopping by on this channel, you're welcome to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for returning back to watch. I do appreciate. Today I'm going to be doing a comparison between Florianopolis and Sao Paulo. If you want to live in Brazil permanently, but you're confused whether to live in Sao Paulo or to live in Florianopolis, I'm going to be talking about both cities. Disclaimer, this is based on my experience because I've lived in both cities, so I'm just going to do a comparison between both cities. Sao Paulo is found in the southeast of Brazil and Florianopolis is found in the south of Brazil. Florianopolis is the capital city of the state Santa Catarina, and Sao Paulo is the capital of the state Sao Paulo. Now when we talk about the population, of course Sao Paulo is bigger. Okay, Sao Paulo is made up of approximately 12 million people. Meanwhile, Florianopolis is made up of approximately 500,000 people. So of course, if you're somebody who doesn't really love crowd, you can choose Florianopolis, okay? As well as the area. So the area of Sao Paulo is larger, of course, than that of Florianopolis. Let's go to the next category, which is the cost of living. Okay, so for the cost of living, I can say that Sao Paulo is slightly more expensive than Florianopolis. I really don't see much difference, okay? Both of them are expensive cities, all right? So, but to compare both of them, Florianopolis and Sao Paulo is more expensive. The next thing is government services. So of course the government services will be much slower in Sao Paulo than in Florianopolis because you have more population, all right? For example, if you're applying for residency in Sao Paulo, it will take a longer time than in Florianopolis. The next thing is traffic. Of course, because of the population, Sao Paulo has more traffic than Florianopolis, all right? The next one is the people. So when we talk about the people, then I'm trying to talk about how open these people are, how friendly, all right? So the people in Sao Paulo are much more friendly than the people in Florianopolis. The people in Florianopolis are a little bit conserved than the people in Sao Paulo, all right? So that's based on my own experience. Now, when we want to talk about things to do, there are a lot of things going on in Sao Paulo. The diversity is much more in Sao Paulo than in Florianopolis, of course, because of the population. So in summary, it's like there are a lot of opportunities that you have. For example, let's say job, let's say business. The next one is the attraction. Now, when it comes to touristic attractions, you have much more in Florianopolis, all right? So many people just want to travel to Florianopolis because of these touristic attractions. So in Sao Paulo, you have less touristic attractions. If you're somebody who is a beach person, you want to visit Florianopolis. Florianopolis has a lot of different beaches. So Sao Paulo is more museums and all of that, but you have a lot of beaches in Florianopolis. You have the zoo, you have the parks, you have museums, like you have all those things. Really cool. If you want to live near a beach, if you're a sea person and you want to live, like you want your house to be by the beach, you want to have it in Florianopolis. If you're also somebody who loves living around the mountains and so on, then you can also live in Florianopolis. Now, when we talk about means of transportation, then Sao Paulo is going to win on this, okay? So Sao Paulo has a lot of different transportations. For example, let's just talk about the public transportation. Now, Florianopolis doesn't have a railway. Okay, so when it comes to safety, of course, Florianopolis is going to win on this. So there's a high crime rate in Sao Paulo than in Florianopolis, okay? So in Florianopolis, you feel safer, all right? Because of the population, the overcrowding, and the low employment rate, there are a lot of people do pickpocketing. There's a lot of crime in Sao Paulo than in Florianopolis. But it doesn't mean that when you're in Florianopolis, you should just move around and hold your phone in public like that, all right? So you can still be robbed, okay? So you just need to be careful. When it comes to sociability, that's how I'm gonna categorize this one, sociability. Sao Paulo is so busy, like everything moves very, very fast, okay? So it's so much busy because there are a lot of people and there are a lot of activities going on there than Florianopolis. What am I trying to say? If you're this kind of person who is so conserved, Florianopolis is good. But if you're the kind of person who is really like so busy, then Sao Paulo is going to be better. Let's just talk about the sociality, okay? Most people, like in Florianopolis, they're so much work focus, all right? So they love like having free time only during the weekends where they can go places like, you know, all this nightlife and so on. But when it comes to Sao Paulo, you can have nightlife every day, like, you know what I mean, and you have these activities going on like 24 hours 7. Now when it comes to the climate, Florianopolis is colder, and I think it's colder because it has a lot of beaches like an island, because of the sea and because of the mountain as well. It makes it to be really cold throughout the year. It could be like 90% cold. Even during the summer you have times when it's really cold. The sun is on, but it's cold. So Florianopolis is colder than Sao Paulo. For Sao Paulo, I can't really tell the weather because it's like it changes every time. In the morning, it can be very cold. In the evening, it's hot. In the morning, it's cold, like that. When it comes to like easy access to other things out of or around Brazil, then Sao Paulo is much more better, right? Sao Paulo is just like, I can just say it's just like a center. Okay, I'm just trying to give an example. It's like the center of Brazil. From Sao Paulo, you can get easy access to other things. Let's just say, for example, transportation. Okay, especially traveling using the airplane. It is easier from Sao Paulo to go to different cities, all right, and it's cheaper, a lot more cheaper, because you have many different airlines in Sao Paulo. So there's this competition. So it makes most of their travels to different cities cheaper because people want to do a lot of promotions. But in Florianopolis, it's much more expensive. Okay, traveling from Sao Paulo is less expensive than traveling from Florianopolis. Let me give you a good example. Like from Florianopolis to Brasilia, a round-way trip will cost about 1,000 reals. That's trip from Sao Paulo to Brasilia, of course, is going to cost less, of course, because of the distance. But most of the times, especially international travels, when you want to take it, always transits in Sao Paulo before it goes to that city. So it's like Sao Paulo is like the center. You have many things going on there, all right? So it's much more cheaper, and it's easy for you to get access to many different things from Sao Paulo than from Florianopolis. And the last one is business. When it comes to business, of course, Sao Paulo is more business oriented. Like it has a lot of opportunities when it comes to business than Florianopolis. Of course, in Sao Paulo, we're talking about 12 million people, unlike Florianopolis where you just have 500,000. So it's like there's an open market there's a large market scale when it comes to people in Sao Paulo. So if you open up a business, you're looking at 12 million people, all right? It also depends on the kind of business that you open, all right? So if you're more of tourism and so on, you want to try Florianopolis because there's a lot of attraction there. And if you want to do businesses like maybe restaurants and so on, then maybe Sao Paulo because you have a lot of people. So it is up to you, whichever place you want to live in, Sao Paulo or Florianopolis, depending on the different aspects, you want to choose whichever one you want to live in. If I have to choose now between Florianopolis and Sao Paulo, I would choose Sao Paulo. Why? Because there are a lot of opportunities, all right? I'm that kind of person who is so sociable, and there are a lot of things that I always want to get access to that I have in Sao Paulo that I can't find it in Florianopolis. But of course, I want to choose Florianopolis when it comes to safety, okay? We've come to the end of the video. So if you have been watching me until this time and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? It doesn't cost you $1 or a cent to subscribe. Just to click on the red subscribe button and you click on the notification bell so that you get notified each time I upload. With that being said, ciao.